So let's talk about Frieren, a elf woman who's basically ancient and lives a long time. The story starts with her and the crew, which are Himmel, the corrupt priest, Asen, who's the master of stuff. They're chilling, living life, but they all start to die one by one, starting with Himmel, who we can tell Frieren misses him so much as she always records her time with him. You can tell she loves him, but to be honest, I don't know if she knows that herself. What I like about this anime is the idea that even though Frieren lives so long, she still takes a long time to learn about herself and the things around her. I feel like us humans are lucky that we don't live as long as her. If we did, I feel like we would procrastinate not for hours but for years and decades. We see in a convo with Frieren and her mentor Flame that Frieren wishes for everyone to use magic, as magic was seen at hearts of the demons long time ago. She believes everyone should be able to have access to magic because she wants everyone to be able to protect themselves and be self-sufficient. What I find interesting about this conversation is that they both progression humans are making throughout the centuries are massive. At one point they will be stronger than even the elves, including Frieren. But Frieren doesn't care. I would say she's even happy about it. She's not arrogant, and I think that's mainly thanks to her mentor. The dynamic is one of the most interesting dynamics I've seen in a while. A mentor and a mentee. Yes, that's a word. I checked on ChatGPT. Don't mind the spelling, please. Anyway, a mentor and a mentee who resembles each other is amazing writing, in my opinion. And let me explain. As someone who teaches you, train you, look after you as long as Flame did, you are inclined to take some sort of traits out of your mentor's personality as you have been with her for a long time. Remember, hundreds of years. If you look to other similar dynamics like Yuji and Gojo or Kakashi and Naruto, although I'm not fully educated, I still think these other dynamics aren't as natural or realistic as Flame and Frieren. Frieren always likes to say this particular phrase. She always says she somewhat likes magic, which is the exact same statement that Flame used to say. Another example is Frieren hides her mana, which Flame taught her. There's probably a lot more similarities, which the anime does a better job on highlighting than other animes. To be fair, they spend a significant amount of time with each other compared to the ones I've mentioned, so that might be like a leeway for them. So that's enough of that. But what about her relationship with the other guys, and what do I like about them? So let's start with the obvious one, being Himmel. Frieren definitely loves him, and I think everyone who watches it can tell. It's a bit crazy after all these years. I still don't think she understands that. Every episode, Frieren's glazing it, thinking about him. Bro, you're even copying him. That's the Frieren thing, where she imitates something about people she knew or was connecting to. And you can see that's kind of like an influence. And you see, the people you are around, they influence you. For example, one time she holds Fern's hand as she was sick. So she was trying to comfort her, and we see the same thing Himmel used to do but a long time ago when Frieren was sick. It was a nice scene till Fern decides to act like an adult because Stark was witness to it. Like, bro, stop acting like you're some adult. You were born yesterday. You're a baby to me, aka Frieren. Anyway, Frieren and Himmel are probably the powerhouse of the hero party. Like the mitochondria kid, sorry.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Anyway, they're the powerhouse of the hero party who smoked the Demon King. So as how I think about this, the author made this dynamic pretty good. I would say even amazing. As we obviously can see how much Himmel affected Frieren, as she wouldn't have decided to go fight the Demon King if it weren't for my boy Himmel. This is why Himmel was the GOAT. This is why he's that guy. And to be honest, a statue of him is well deserved. Even though he's acting like some real, like a weird royal guy. I don't know how you explain it, but he was kind of like douchebaggy, you get me? The next guy we're going to talk about is the corrupt priest, aka Hita. I don't know how you say his name, but anyway. This guy is the guy who introduced Fern, the GOAT of mages, the best mage to ever exist. She solos Black Clover and probably beats Goku if she had no arms or legs. Okay, that wasn't a part of the script. Who wrote this? Well, yo, was it you?
It was me,
you're
boss.
fired, G. Get out, bro. Pack your bags and go. Okay, sorry. That was some next drama acting. Oh my god. Okay, where were we? The corrupt priest, aka Hita. I'm gonna call him Hita. I'm sorry. Is the guy who introduced Fern to us as a kid. Right now, the corrupt priest is old and wrinkly and probably have AIDS. I did not write that part. I think this is one of the biggest messages from the anime. As we've seen, Frieren loses everybody from her life. Like, that is crazy. To her, human life is indeed short. What I find strange is, Frieren doesn't seem to be sad or emotional about it, for the most part, especially when she departs from people. But except Himmel. And I'm gonna go back to Hito, yeah, but Himmel's death, it was the first time she realized that she didn't cherish other people's life like that much. She spent only a mere 10 years with Himmel, and boom, she left. And ever since then, she always goes through a journey cherishing people's memories and their life and the time she was with them. Himmel's death reminds me that maybe being immortal isn't the best thing in the world, as everyone you love, care about will die. As everyone leaves you, you're just there living, and you have to be the one to say goodbye to everyone, and no one will be able to say goodbye to you. And especially, even though she's not even immortal, she lives so long, so she will definitely see death, but no one will be there. The anime does a decent job in portraying this, but Frieren does not seem to be sad at all. It's a bit strange. So they didn't delve into that idea as hard as I wish. Back to Haita. As Haita is sick and knows his final days are coming, he pleads to Frieren to let Fern come with her. But Frieren says no, as it's too dangerous for her. So he says, train her for a few years until she gets significantly better at magic. She agrees. But the cool thing is that her training Fern will make Fern be able to survive during their journey, which is what he wanted this whole time. In my opinion, that's actually pretty smart. And Frieren realized this at the end. Next is Aizen, the Master of Star. The main thing I like about this character, and which I find it really cool, is how similar he is to Star. Even though he's way stronger and he embodies what a warrior is, he is a mentor to Star, exactly like Flame was to Frieren. You remember when I said that traits in people pass down to mentees, so people they taught. You can see the exact same example with Stark and Aizen. When Stark was about to face the dragon, he was being a coward about it, acting all scared, but he still faced the challenge, and he still faced his fears. The anime focused heavily on Stark's arm shaking, and Frieren even points that out. Frieren then reminds Stark that Aizen's arm used to shake a lot when he was about to fight. The obvious lesson to take from this is that bravery isn't about being scared, but facing your fears. And I know that's cliche, but it is true. And also, bravery is about doing what needs to be done, even if you don't want to. Aizen is a cool guy, and I like him. He's a really good character. And to be honest, the dub voice actor, oh, he's top tier. He sounds just amazing. The deep voice. Anyway, I don't need to go in depth about it, but yeah, just listen to it, bro.
But your hands, they're out of control. You afraid?
Yes.
Didn't take much to get that out of you.
Being afraid isn't a bad thing. Without fear, I wouldn't have made it this far.
Let's take a break from talking about characters and let's talk about basically everything I like about this show. I like the animation, and to be honest, coming into this, I wasn't expecting crazy animation. But boy, fights like Stark v Dragon and Frieren and Fern versus the statue is one of the best I've seen this year. I didn't expect the animation to go this hard, bro. And especially the fight. Wait, I said the statue, innit? Yo, that statue fight. Oh my god, is one of the best animation of this year, basically. I'm just saying this because after watching Blue Lock with the PNG slideshow, PowerPoint, and Uzumaki with, there was a lot of animes with bad animation, and Frieren is not one of them. Anyway, let's talk about the moments that I liked even more. I like how every place they go to, the anime conveys a really seamless and good way about the adventure and interact with people of that said place. When you dig with the NPC station with them, which leads to learning about the history of the city, or you get to know someone. And anyway, I think Frieren explores the One Piece, which I only mentioned because it's a literal adventure anime. Let me give you an example which Frieren does this well. Frieren, Fern, and Stark walks into a town where this old man sits. It's her old friend Vol. The old man later on the day has a talk with Frieren. The old man talks about how he married this human woman way before even the heroes' party started their journey. He made a promise that he will protect the village from monsters and demons till the day he dies. But he asks her where she is headed, and she says the Demon King's castle. However, Vol assumes they go on to defeat the Demon King, which is a sign of deteriorated memory. I just wrote that, but basically memory loss. Yo, when I seen this, I was actually like tearing up, and I was about to cry. I didn't, but bro, this scene just hit hard. He didn't even remember what his wife looks like and how she sounds. The exact thought I had was, what if Frieren ends up like this old man? They keep repeating the phrase, carrying the memories of people for the future. First said by Himo, Vol, then Frieren. Frieren's lucky there's a statue for her to remember Himo, but I think it would be cool if, let's say, when she gets really, really old, she'll end up like Vol. And I want to know if there's people around her to find that out, that she has a deteriorated memory or memory loss. You get what I mean? But hands down, this is one of my favorite moments. And yeah, I can't lie, adventure, they have that unlock. Okay, let's go back to talking about characters. Next being my guy, Stark. I don't know how you can hate on this guy. He is a scared, frightened, and even coward-like character, executed very well. Unlike Zenitsu. Even though I like Zenitsu, the problem with him is that he only gets confident when he's unconscious, which I think is funny, but I still think it's stupid and it doesn't give room of character development for him. Stark just feels like a better and more realistic take on what a coward character is. To be honest, the word coward is harsh, but we see Stark's great development in his swordsmanship and how he's actually stronger than how he credits himself. Even Frieren realized this when they met Stark. Fern believed he was a coward and basically a fraud, which, to be honest, I don't blame her, and I was actually thinking the same thing. Bro, he was even crying and admitting he was a fraud, and all he did was just stood in front of a dragon. Like, that's some fraud type shit, and he didn't even beat the dragon. But the thing is, everyone was excited and gave him food and praised him like he's the strongest ever. So, yes, I can see why Fern thought he was a fraud. However, Frieren saw something different. I think she knew he had a decent amount of strength and told him to fight the dragon for 30 seconds, and Frieren would finish him off for him. He also seen how similar he was to his master Aeson, as they both used to tremble when facing an enemy, and they used to also be scared of an enemy, but they still went for it and they still challenged that fear. I find that very cool. So when Stark fought the dragon, instead of fighting against him for 30 seconds, he beat him convincingly and quickly. Bro, he didn't even realize it, and he started calling Frieren an old hag, which was a bit, nice banter, I guess. The problem with Stark, which I like about, and I think is kind of similar to me, not just saying that because I think I got potential like Goku or something, so don't say that in the comment. The problem is that Stark is that needs to train more on his mindset than his body, which I think is such a unique thing, which I haven't even seen in most anime I've watched anyway. My only gripe with Stark is I just want to see him go into a training character arc and see him fight someone big. I feel like the show focuses more on Frieren and Fern, and they both get love, which, I like that too, but I feel like Stark feels like he's just there, like he's just been left out. To be fair, another good fight he had was when Fern and Stark faced Lugna and Lini. I don't know if that's how you say it, but yeah. The animation and the switching of both fights seamlessly without disturbing the two fights was actually really, really good. I see more love for Stark and just see another big fight, which I think we will get in season 2. And maybe we'll see him solo a big, strong enemy, that would be good. Or maybe even an exam, but just for warriors. So, anyway, Stark is a really good character, and I can't wait for what the anime has for him for season 2, basically. Lastly, Fern, who by the end of the show becomes a formidable mage. I don't say formidable that much, but yeah. She clearly had talents when we seen her as a kid, and she even gained like a impressive mana control similar to Frieren, which ended up useful when she faced off Lugna, as Lugna underestimated her. The same way when Frieren faced off Aura, I think that's her name. But anyway, Aura gambled her life thinking she was stronger than her, only because she thought she had more mana than her, which obviously Frieren was just hiding it, and then she ended up dying. Fern and Frieren both represents the idea of being humble. You don't need to show off your powers for people to know you're strong. Have you ever seen billionaires like Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg flex their wealth? They don't need people's attention or people to know they're rich. I know that was a bit cliche, but it kind of works. It works for them as well, especially for Frieren. Fern is for the most part a calm and collected person. In the eye, she might not be one of the most powerful mage, but she is. From being able to kill Zoltra, to being Lugner with ease, passing the mage exam with flying colors, and finally being offered to being an apprentice to the most knowledgeable mage, Ciri. I think that's how you say the name. Pause the music, bro. You don't get how crazy that is. She had a bunch of people she taught, and one of them was being Flame, and Flame obviously taught Frieren. Ciri can sense what you even think here, and the thing is, no one has noticed her mana fluctuate for, I don't know, decades. But your girl, actually boy, no, it's girl, sorry. For your girls, Fern was able to see it, even though Ciri had been practicing suppressing her mana for thousands of years. Anyway, Fern as a person is caring, but she does get easily frustrated over the littlest things. She isn't the best at communicating what she doesn't like, and instead she just expects you to know, which is kind of woman-like, but we'll digress. Anyway, this basically makes Star confused. I mean, it's pretty obvious that they like each other, but I think they will be more emotionally intelligent than Frieren and basically get together. Anyway, that's enough for me yapping about this anime. This anime is just amazing, and people will rate it at 10, and for me, it is a 10. This anime is just incredible in every facet. I've been struggling to see where I rank this anime because I have obviously AOT, One Piece. I don't know what's the third one, but yeah, I have them ones up there. And I don't know where to put Frieren. And to be honest, after making this video and seeing obviously the journey of Frieren and the guys went through, the fights we got, the animation, the sad moments, the characters we met, the flashbacks we keep seeing of Himo and the guys, I truly believe this anime, as I said, is a 10. I also think it's too short for me to put it at a 1. So I have to put it second to AOT, which obviously means I got One Piece behind it, which is, I think is crazy for me. But anyway, if you're still here, I say the main message I got from this show is cherish the people you love in the moment and remember and carry their memories after they die. Anyway, thanks for listening to this, and yo, peace.